But where's the money? I mean, how do you answer that? Where is the money from funds that were supposed to be kept separate? Customer money. Mr. Steenkamp, as CFO, where's the money?
Senator, unfortunately, I do not know where the money is.
Well, who does?
Well, Senator, I wasn't, part of my job was not to approve transfers of client funds. It was not to be involved in the process of client funds.
Well, I have a copy of the Inspector General Act here in front of me, and it says, among other things, that it's your responsibility to conduct and supervise audits and investigations relating to the programs and operations of your agency.
That's correct.
So I'm asking you if your agency has, in fact, according to Bloomberg, extended $9 trillion in credit, which, by the way, works out to $30,000 for every single man, woman, and child in this country. I'd like to know, if you're not responsible for investigating that, who is?
No, we have responsibility for the Federal Reserve's programs and operations, audits, to conduct audits and investigations in that area. In terms of who's responsible for investigating, would you mind repeating the question one more time?
Mr. Corzine, where's the money?
Senator, enormous numbers of transactions were taking place in those very final
We're
days.
talking about events that started unfolding 8 months ago. Have you reached any conclusions about the Fed expanding its balance sheet by over $1 trillion since last September?
We have not yet reached any conclusions.
Do you know who received that money?
For the, we're in the process right now of doing our review, and
Right, but you're the Inspector General. My question to you specifically is, do you know who received that $1 trillion plus that the Fed extended and put on its balance sheet since last September? Do you know the identity of the recipients?
I do not know. We have not looked at that specific area.
Mr. Liddy, you said before that there's 20 or 25 people who were involved in the credit default business. What are their names, please?
I don't have their names at my disposal, sir.
Well, I'm sure you remember a few of the names. I mean, they did cause your company to crash.
You know, I've been at the company, as you know, for 6 months. I don't know all the people that were in AIGFP, and many of them are gone.
Well, they're or gone, it doesn't really matter. I want to know who they are. Names, please.
Mr. Abelow, where's the money?
Senator, as I said in my statement, I do not know where the money is.
I just don't know them. I do not know those names. I don't have them all at my command.
These same people could now be working right now, today, at Citibank. Is it more important to protect them, the ones who caused the $100 billion loss, or protect us? Which is more important to you right now?
The important thing is to protect both.
Has the Federal Reserve or Treasury participated in any gold swaps arrangements?
We don't, the Federal Reserve does not own any gold at all. We have not owned gold since 1934. So we have not engaged in any gold swaps.
But it appears on your balance sheet that you hold gold.
What appears on our balance sheet is gold certificates.
Does the Federal Reserve actually possess all the gold that's listed on their balance sheet? Do they actually possess it?
Yes.
Has that been audited by the GAO?
I believe that's within the GAO's authority to audit. It certainly is something that our independent accountant is able to verify and does.
So if I go ahead and ask for a GAO audit, you won't oppose it, right?
To auditing the presence of the gold on the facility, I don't see any reason to object to that.
So who got the money?
To financial institutions in Europe and other countries.
Which ones?
I don't know.
$500 billion and you don't know who got the money?
The Federal Reserve sent nearly $12 billion in cash, mainly in $100 bills from the United States to Iraq. To do that, the Federal Reserve Bank in New York had to pack 281 million individual bills, including more than 107 $100 bills, onto wooden pallets to be shipped to Iraq. The cash weighed more than 363 tons and was loaded onto C-130 cargo planes to be flown into Baghdad. The numbers are so large that it doesn't seem possible that they're true. Who in their right mind would send 360 tons of cash into a war zone? My concern is that without strong standards, we have no way of knowing whether the cash that was shipped into the green zone ended up in enemy hands.
The United States can pay any debt it has because we can always print money to do that. So there is zero probability of default.